Yo, what is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to break down a way to completely abuse your cover 1 style run defenses. This is going to be your Edge Blitz 1, which is the meta right now. A lot of people still run Storm Brave 1. You have the 3-3-5 wide, the 2-man under. All of these run defenses, you're able to glitch out. And I'm going to showcase you just the 3-4, odd 3-4, Edge Blitz 1 and Storm Brave 1 in this video right here. But I just want to show you how deadly this formation is, and the formation is actually going to be out of Carolina's playbook, and it's the ace double wing formation, most commonly known by the Madden community as Jumbo. This is a dominant run set once you start utilizing motion to attack the meta. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, I'm going to show Edge Blitz 1 because that's what the majority of your opponents are going to run. Now, when you run this, you want to pay attention to where the overload is. And what I mean by that is where the safety is at in the box. So you see the safety's in the box on the right-hand side of the field, Amos right here. By him being on that side, that gives you just the added benefit of run defense to that side. Now, this is how we're going to glitch it. We're going to take the stretch. You're going to motion it over or flip it over to the left, and now we're going to motion this inside tight end over to the left hand side. Now you don't want to let this guy set. You want to hike once he gets about in between, I'd say, Andrews and Stanley right here. If you hike it a little bit later and it goes to Ricard, basically it'll all be fine. You just don't want him to set, because when you motion him, he has an inward blocking angle, and it'll actually allow that outside corner to come in free. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I just want you to pay attention to two things defensively. I want you to pay attention to Amos, then I want you to pay attention to what happens to these two linebackers on this left-hand side, even though they are blitzing. So with them blitzing, when we motion him, you'll notice Amos drops back, but pay attention to the linebackers, right? They both drop back on that left-hand side as well, and this is going to allow you to get completely to the outside clean. Now, I'm going to go to instant replays to show you what happens again, right? So, first things first, the safety that normally would be in the box on this right-hand side drops back into essentially a deep, his deep safety spot. Also, the linebackers, even though they are blitzing, get all jacked up and they start dropping back and start moving around. Once they start moving around, now you can just hike the ball. Nobody's ever going to come in free. As you see, both get blocked very easily, and you have a wide open alley to run the ball through. Now, I have no user right here defensively, right? So is there a potential for the user to sprint over there and make a play? Yes, there is, right? But with the way that the running game works and how you have so much more control with your running back than the defender does, all it takes is for him to miss one tackle and you're gone, and it's a crib shot. So that's what I wanted to focus on, right? So we're glitching it in two different directions, right? So the right side gets glitched, the left side, the linebackers move and they get glitched out. Both for easy blocks, both end up letting us pick up 15, 20 yards. So let's go ahead and do this again, right? So we're going to go ahead and set it up the exact same way. Now, if we wanted to, we could motion this inside guy on this left-hand side over to the right. So we already know that the run defense is very strong to the right-hand side, right? Because the safety is in the box right over, I believe that is Andrews. Or no, that's not Andrews. Whoever 86 is. So Amos is over here, and 86 is Boyle. So the fact that Boyle is right there, and they have the clear number advantage on that right-hand side. You see there's 4 players, only 3 blockers. So what we can do to glitch this even more is we can flip the run to the left, but then now we're going to motion this left inside tight end over to the right. Now watch what happens when we do this. It brings the linebacker that was blitzing over to the right side of the field. So now, the way that this will work, safety goes to the outside, corner goes to the outside. Once again, you have a hole that is wide open, and the safety has to make a play, otherwise it's a touchdown. I'm going to go to the instant replay, show it to you one more time. So here we go. We've motioned the inside guy over to the right. It forces this linebacker that, although was blitzing on the left-hand side, now he's not. Or, I mean, he's still blitzing. He's just no longer on the left-hand side. He's on the right-hand side, which gives us a wide-open alley to this left. So, like I said, can the safety come in here, potentially make a play? Sure. But that's when it comes down to you and your user skill going up against the opponent's user skills / click off. If I know my opponent doesn't have an enforcer safety in MUT, you can run this pretty much right at them. I mean, because even if they hit you right away, without an enforcer, you're going to fall forward. And all it takes is for them to take one wrong little cut, right? And you can go both directions. One wrong cut by them, and it's a touchdown. And, I mean, as you see there, the lane for you to run through, is massive. So that's the two ways that I really like to glitch this out. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is the Stormbrave 1, right? So a lot of people do like running Stormbrave 1 still, especially once Edge Blitz no longer works. So we're going to come out in Stormbrave 1 here. And it doesn't matter if it's flipped or unflipped. So we're going to come out and stretch once again. So here, once again, we see the safety down on the right-hand side. So what we can do here is you can take this inside tight end, motion him to the left, and you see how everybody flows over to that left-hand side? So you can do this, and you could still get some decent gains, right? Or you can do the same thing, but run it flipped. So we're going to go ahead, flip over to the left-hand side, motion this inside tight end, and now how you see how everybody flows over? They basically just give you that alleyway to where if your outside guy picks up that receiver, or excuse me, if your outside tight end picks up that corner at all, it's a touchdown. So here we go, motion him over. As soon as he gets, to the right side at all, you can click, and as you can see, it's just, once again, running lanes are just massive.